Parties to conflict must do more to comply with international humanitarian and human rights law. All violations require our attention and action, but some demand particular scrutiny. Among them, the growing use of explosive weapons in populated areas.
Welcome the presence of the Secretary-General.
There is an urgent need for a more systematic engagement with the non-state armed groups. This does not presume recognition, but it does require understanding on the part of these groups and their leaders of their responsibilities and the consequences of violating international humanitarian and human rights laws.
Mr. Ban Ki-moon and of the Minister for
I urge the Council to be more proactive and systematic in calling on all parties in Syria and elsewhere to refrain from using explosive weapons in populated areas. The Council might also consider more robust actions, such as the imposition of targeted measures against the leadership of parties that use explosive weapons in violation of applicable international law.
Foreign Affairs of Guatemala. His Excellency,
Let me join the calls made today for adoption of a global arms trade treaty. The supply of weapons to conflict zones is directly harming civilians, and the effort to address this problem is key to strengthening the protection of civilians around the world.
Harold Caballeros.
I'm seriously concerned by the reported deaths and injuries of civilians resulting from counter-terrorism operations carried out in Yemen, but also in Pakistan and Somalia. Many of these casualties have resulted from the use of armed drones. I share the concern expressed by the Secretary-General with respect to the lack of transparency regarding the circumstances in which armed drones are used.
Your presence is an affirmation.
The ICRC documented and analyzed hundreds of violent incidents affecting healthcare in 16 countries where it operates over a 2.5-year period. The results of the study, published at the end of last year, show that while the number of recorded incidents is striking, these represent only the tip of the iceberg. A single violent incident against healthcare infrastructure of workers can have immeasurable longer-term repercussions on entire communities with war-related or chronic health problems.
Of the importance of the subject matter to
Señor Presidente,